Perfect. So I'm going to mute you guys, but this conversation is a completely like two-sided conversation with everyone. Please ask questions. I'm really excited to share what's going on, what we're doing, where we're moving. And so this call is just to kind of give some information of what's possible. Because I think a lot of people, I keep getting asked, can I work there? Can I work there? But it's like, what's possible? How does it work? So a couple of things that I want to start off with is like where we're going, what's already happened. So to give an example, we're looking at this month will double. We'll double what we did in September. So we've already actually broken over our consumptions for how many people have come in. So in September, we did 3,095 in sales. And to date, as of today, we are at 3,070. So we're pretty much the 16th of the month. We're halfway through and we've already hit what we did in September. So there's growth. There's huge growth. It's showing in the numbers. Really excited about it. From there, we did 288 transactions in the month of September. And as of today, we did 292. So we've already beat that as well. So we're halfway through the month. We're growing. Things are picking up a lot. I'm getting a lot of questions about more hours, what's available for us. And that's where we go, the team. Right? For more hours, for things to come, we need people joining on the team, believing in the mission and where we're going. Goal is, so the focus of this space is daily consumptions, right? So the model in the Nutrition Club model is basically everyone that comes in is a consumption. And so the operator that's working the consumption makes a retail sale every single time, and they also make profit for every single sale. So it's not like an hourly job where you come in and get paid. It's a job where you get commission. Okay, so I'm going to kind of go through that a little bit more. So our number one goal is daily consumptions, and they're moving up, 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 and more up. So at the pace we're going right now, we will double our average consumptions by the end of November. So right now we sit around 23 to 25 consumptions a day, and we're looking at being 40 plus by the end of November, which means that we've not only doubled September, but we've doubled October as well. Right? So by next month, the pace we're going and the growth we're on, we will double October in November. So that's huge. That's so huge, because the biggest thing that means that is you guys at 20 consumptions a day, we're already at break even in the club. So everything above 20 consumptions is profit. And the model that we're building is a profit sharing model. So it's about bringing people in that are committed to the mission. They're doing the work, they're promoting, they're plugging in, they've got the right energy. And every shift that they work, they start to make that retail. Right? So that break even's done, and we start sharing those profits back with everyone that's working here. So one thing that I'm really excited about is the growth that we're having now. If we're doing 40 and we've doubled and doubled and doubled, what do you think January is going to look like? That's why we're having this conversation now, because we want to make sure that everyone's set up and ready to really boom in January. And we've got a full team ready to be here, because we're going to be having over 100 consumptions a day coming in. Come January, this is the fourth quarter. This is where we build. This is where we build structure. This is where we build teamwork. And come January, when those 100 consumptions a day start coming in, it's busy. It's really, really busy. And you got 2-3 people on shift, right? And every single one of those people is taking money home in their pocket that day. So the model that we run, I'll just tell you guys a little bit about, is an operator profit sharing model. So everybody that's working in here, everybody that you're inviting in here, the shifts that you work, you make that income. Okay, so normally, like what most clubs are doing down in the States is an 80-20. So 80%, so if there's a $10 sale, $8 goes back to the operator to cover their inventory and then profit, and $2 goes back to the club to pay for rent and for lights. Does that make sense? Does everyone understand that? Can I get thumbs up over here? Do you guys understand that? Kind of? Ask questions. If you have a question, someone else has a question. That's the biggest thing about learning, right? So do you have a question? Okay, so $10 sale, 8 of it goes back to the operator, because the operator is bringing in their own profit. And Megan, I'm telling you this because we can open clubs anywhere and we're expanding, okay? I see you on this call in Tennessee. So the biggest thing is you bring in all of your own inventory. So you become a member with the company, you bring in your own inventory. So this is Jerry, you get to do your own volume, you're building your own business, and you're putting retail cash in your pocket every day. So you're walking out of here with cash. It's not waiting for a paycheck. It's not waiting for anything. That every day that your shift comes, when you cash out at the end, that 80% you take. Okay, 60% of it goes back into inventory repurchase to restock. That way your next shift, you can come and keep blending smoothies. 20% is pure profit. Does that make sense? Okay, so the club is a funnel. So the thing that's really, really cool, you guys, do you know how easy it is to give out free smoothie cards? Do you have any idea how easy it is to give out free smoothie cards? I literally stand in no frills. Your mom might have told you. She told me yesterday. I was out there for 15 minutes. I gave out 50 coupons. right? Because it's worth $8. Here's a free smoothie. Here's a free smoothie. Here's a free smoothie. People want to take it. So right now, the different lines that we're working for bringing people into the club is face-to-face invitations. We've also got door hangers that we're doing. So we're going door to door, hanging out door hangers. And then we're also doing social media. So just getting on social media, making posts, sharing with people, inviting them in, right? So anytime there's a class, you invite people to come with you. Anytime you're coming for lunch, you invite people to come with you. When those people come in as your invite, they become your future client. So if they're coming into the club, they're retail, and then if they jump on a program, then that's your retail client as well, right? So there's lots of options. I'm not going to get too much into that because I don't want to confuse anybody, because it does grow into multiple streams of income. So that's basically what you do is you bring people in, we work the shifts, we blend in, building our business. Does that make sense? Yes, I see nodding over here. Okay. So I want to share some numbers with you guys. So our number one goal right now, thanks, thumbs up, I love it. Our number one goal is 40 consumptions a day. Because at 40 consumptions a day, we are pure break even at 20, and then we double our break even at another 20. So that's a lot of retail profit going back into the operators' pockets. Does that make sense? So right now our average sits around 25. So there's a mad push of promotion. That's the place we're in right now is promotion, getting people in the door, getting new people in the door to get to that 40 so that we can start giving that profit sharing back and bringing in operators. Does that make sense? Right? We need to be at a place that's busy enough so that the club itself can afford to start paying back out. Right? You need to be at a consistent break even. And then that way your shifts are busy so that you're making money. Because you don't want to come in and work a shift if 2 people come in. Because then that's $16 in your pocket and you're here for 5 hours, right? So our number one goal is filling it so that your shift, you're making big money. Do you guys want to know what kind of money is possible with these shifts? Can I give you a little hint? Do you guys want to know? So we've had 3 clubs on our team and our organization open up in the last year. Okay, some of you might know Nikki Hacker. She's one of my girls. She just opened her first club down in Missouri, right? So they've got a team of 8 working out of there. They're filling the club. They're doing over 100 consumptions a day. Okay, so they're doing over 100 consumptions a day since they opened. It's incredible what they're doing. So Trisha, these are their Monday sales. So they did 120 consumptions for the club. Trisha worked a 7-hour shift. So she worked 7 to 2. She took home $247.75 cash. She made $35 an hour. She worked a 7-hour shift and made $35 an hour. Tasha also worked. She worked a 5.5-hour shift and she made $193. Nikki worked an hour and a half. Nikki worked. She was there from 7 in the morning till 8:30 in the morning to help with the breakfast rush. She made $70. So in an hour and a half. So she made over $40 an hour in that hour and a half. Does that sound pretty good? And guess what you're doing? You're blending smoothies. You're saying good morning to people. You're in the do you know how cool it is to hang out here? It's so cool to hang out here. I get to come here every day and blend smoothies and hang out with people and build relationships. So it's really, really fun, high energy. Okay, so that's what we're building. That's what's possible. Layla just opened her club and they're in California, and Mike in his first day made $206 profit. So you're talking like short shifts, right? And you make big income. That's pretty exciting. I'm excited about it. And that's where we start the profit sharing. So next steps, you guys. So does anyone have any questions so far? Anything? No? We're good? All right. So the roles that we have, so where everyone starts is the promoter, right? Because you got to be bringing people in on the shift to start making that consumption income, right? So promoting. How we do promoting is invites, shares, and door hangers, as I already talked about. And so if someone wants to just stay as a promoter, so if you don't want to start taking the training to be an operator, start moving into that role, you can stay as a promoter and you get $1 back for every referral that comes in. Does that make sense? So you go and you hang out, you hand out 500 door hangers and 50 of them come back in, that's $50. Right? You can stay there if you want to. If you want to start moving into the operator role, then that's when we start doing your apprenticeship training. So that's really kind of working you through what it looks like to know the product a little bit so you can talk confidently about it, be that engaging coach with the right energy, right? So, and the operators back here, I had someone respond to me I don't know how to sell stuff. You don't have to sell anything. The club does all of it. People come in, Instagram's doing it. We're sharing the pictures. We're talking about the products. The club itself is selling is creating that community, right? So it's really just learning that kind of stuff. So that's where we're at. And that's what I want to talk to everyone about. I figured with the beautiful weather we have, so Megan, I know you're not local, but with the beautiful weather we have, there's no better time than now to go do a mass blitz of promotion. Right? We don't need to, trust me, I tried hanging door hangers a couple weeks ago. It was cold and rainy and gross. So that's why right now is super prime, because we've got like 2 weeks of beautiful weather that we can get out there, we can do mass promotion, and then by November, we're rolling new operators in. So those people that want to start in the apprenticeship roles, we can start rolling operators in, start working out shift management and bringing people in to take home income. Does that make sense? Yes? Yeah. Everyone online, you guys good here? I see thumbs up. Thumbs up. Megan's so happy. I love it. Megan, yes. Jerry, what is your question? You can come off mute.
Okay. So as an operator, are you responsible for paying for your own promotions?
What do you mean?
Like, so you have to buy your own door hangers, your own like smoothie cards.
We've got 8,000 of them here already.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's 8,000 invitations here already. They've come out of the club expenses, right? So things like that right now where the club is in this first growth mode is those that's been club expenses that have come out, right? So that's what that portion, that's that portion of that $2 that goes back that covers all those expenses of the cups, of the electricity, of the pudding mixes, of all those things. Hi, Erin. So yes, that is, right now we have all the invitations. Going forward, once we're at 100 consumptions a day, that'll be a different story for the operators that are partnered. Cool. Great question. Thank you. Great question. Hi, Erin. Hey. We went through most of it already because it's exciting, but I can go through it all for you again afterwards. Or I've got the recording, so it's just 10 minutes. Yeah. So does anyone else have any other questions? Do you guys have any questions? No? Okay. So the next step would be letting me know if you're interested. If you're interested in being a promoter, right? If you're interested in getting out and doing some of the door hangers and getting some of that stuff in. And then if you're interested in moving into the apprenticeship role to start working in, so that, because come January, when we're doing 100 consumptions a day, there's people taking home $250 in their pocket. It's just who wants to do that with this industry and with this model, you got to do the legwork first. Right? So it's not like greedy. You got to do that legwork in. So those that are interested and see that vision of what we're doing, because reality is, you guys, this is the first of many clubs. The energy in here, the vibe, it's growing on its own. Like the momentum that's coming right now from all the check-ins, and it's just growing on its own. We'll have this club by the spring. We'll be opening 2 more clubs, and then by next June and July, we'll have 5 clubs opening up in the area. So between Edmonton, Westlock, Spruce Grove, everywhere. So there's huge opportunity, especially for those that get in now, because that's where the growth happens, right? It's going to be from our team that's going to impact the region. So good. So is anyone, you guys, I'll leave it. If you guys want to reach out to me, if you know right now that you want to be a promoter and you want to get involved with this, let me know. If you want to think about it, Wade wants to be a promoter.
No.
Yeah.
Is it under the table?
Is it under the table? No. So what is like, it's cash, right? So generally, like in taxes, you want to talk to your accountant, right? But I do everything that I make income wise goes through taxes, but taxes is you need to make $36,000 a year, right? So most of it, depending if you're just getting started, especially for this year, you won't hit that tax bracket depending on what you. But that's a question for an accountant. Cool.
They're just asking for this cash or check or.
It's cash, right? So you take your cash home, like from the day, whether it's how the cash is paid out at the end of the day is how the income, like if it was major credit, you said it, that's the apprenticeship that we go through, is everyone gets their own Square account and you take your own credit transactions and then you pay the cash to the club, right? So that all just goes right into your bank account. When people come in and pay credit and stuff like that, it's just you set it up to your own account. So that's when you become an operator. We go through all the apprenticeship and it's all already mapped out and laid out that you don't have to know any of that stuff. That's what we've already all done, is the legwork. We've got a full training site and a system that teaches you how to set those up, how to run them, how to operate it. Because it is a full-fledged business, right? Reality is we've got a team coming up from Tulsa next week and they hit President's Team in 4 years. And President's Team is over $10,000 a month in income. And they just hang out at their club with their babies every day. Shaking his leg. Oh, it's all good. So there's huge income, right? Most clubs on average is a Get Team member, which is around $8,000 to $10,000 income on a good check. So yeah, any other questions? Oh, Jerry's got another question. Yes, and Wade's got a question.
Can I get a Gummy Bears movie?
Yes, you can. Yes, Jerry, what would you like?
Okay, so as an operator, what is the startup cost? What are you looking at to purchase the products?
So as an operator to purchase products, you purchase the products at your discount level, right? So you bring it in at your discount level. And my goal would be during the apprenticeship program that we get everyone to the 50% discount level. That's the number one goal, is that you're purchasing those products. So your first initial startup cost. And one thing that we do is, like, as you're working through the apprenticeship program, I help mentor you so that you make that income already to buy the products. Does that make sense? So I want to help mentor you with bringing people in, bringing referrals in, getting a couple people started on programs. So those people starting on program, that income you're making from your referrals coming into the club already, you can put aside to purchase your startup costs. Does that make sense? So the number one goal would be that with the system and with promoting the way, like, if you go hard and promote and plug everything in, you don't have any startup costs. That's the amazing thing about this, you guys. To start up a franchise is like, we can ask how much that McDonald's cost in town. We're talking probably $5 million just to purchase the franchise. Never mind have everything else build out. With this opportunity, there's really very, very, very minimal startup, and you have your own business that you can grow and do what you want with. Does that answer your question, Jerry? Perfect. Okay. Anybody else? Good. Good. Okay, Aaron, I will send you the recording, because the first 10 minutes we talk about some really cool things, like how we've already beat September, and it's the 16th of October, and we've already beat September. So we've already beat September. It's the 16th of October, and right now we are having anywhere between 5 to 10 people new every day coming in. Like today, at the end of the day, I was literally like ready to turn off the sign, and 3 people walked in, brand new, never been here before. They'd seen a flyer go by, right? So there's lots of people. Karen, she mentioned Sharon's name when she came in. She keeps seeing Sharon's posts all the time. And so she's like, I had to come check it out. So you guys, those check-ins really work. And anytime someone comes in, the first question we ask is, how did you hear about us? And we've got a little new client form that I just got that they get to fill out. So that referral is written right down there. So then as those referrals start coming in for everyone promoting, it's tracked. So then when that person wants to start on a full program, that's your client that you get to place that full retail order for. And retail income, like on average, on a slow month, retail income, Matt and I bring in probably around $1,500, like profit on top of the club and everything like that, right? So the goal is to have the operator and then building that home income as well. So you have, I always like to call it the 3 legs. So you've got operator income that you're making daily. You've got your retail income that's coming through working with clients one-on-one. And then you've got your royalties, which is, well, that's literally, you guys, it just keeps growing. So you get to choose how many streams of income you want to plug into. And if you just want to be a promoter and get referrals, that's great. If you just want to be an operator and just kind of work day to day and have that flow, that's great. You want to go build a team and have 3 levels of income coming in that is pretty much whatever you want it to be, that's great. That's what I really want to get across to everybody, is you get to pick what you want to do. Cool. Hi, Jamie. I love it. All right. So I know Jamie just jumped on. So Jamie, I will send you the recording too. It's a great call. We got lots of, so if you guys have any more questions, please reach out to me. And I would like to hear everyone's feedback, yay or nay, either way, right? Because for me, it's making sure that I don't want to make any assumptions, right? That's something I'm learning and growing, is I don't make assumptions on people. It's like everyone gets to hear the opportunity. So I want to hear what you heard, and I want to hear what you're excited about. Does that sound good? 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 Okay. Thank you, everybody, for jumping on. Thank you guys for coming out tonight. I'm excited to grow to 100 and beyond, and not only change the health in this community, but really offer a wealth opportunity. That's the great thing, is Herbalife has the health, right? It tastes fantastic. It's amazing. And there's a whole side of it where they just give back. And that's creating a wealth opportunity and really changing the face of our region. And my goal, you guys, I write it down every single day, is we're going to change this region. We're going to change this region, and we're going to give opportunity to families. And that's Matt and I goal from the beginning, was to bring families together and to not have to, you know what I mean? There's too much sacrifice in this region for incomes and for families to survive. So that's our dream. That's our passion. That's where we're going. We just want to help more people, and we've got an opportunity to make income, and so that are looking for it. Thank you guys for jumping on. I will send the recording to all of you that want it. I look forward to hearing feedback from you guys.